All the characters in the story are over 18 years old. It was already getting dark outside when the long-awaited doorbell rang. Finally, Barbara arrived. I was starting to worry, thinking so. I got out from behind the computer and went to open it. My daughter came to me for the weekend. She studied at the institute and lived there in a dormitory. I divorced my wife a long time ago. We categorically did not get along and recently lived together only for the sake of our daughter. After her admission to the institute, the need to live together disappeared, and I rushed, as they say, to freedom with a clear conscience. Barbara usually went to my place on weekends, although it was closer to her mother's apartment. When I asked her why, she replied that her mother was very fond of lecturing. The ex-wife really loves it very much. Moreover, she often does not choose expressions. Even now, I would probably say that you need to dress more modestly, at best. I helped her take off her coat and examine my daughter once more. She was wearing a tight sweater under her coat. "You look great. You're actually very beautiful." "Thanks, Dad." Barbara hugged me and kissed me on the cheek. "Well, come on, I'll feed you. You're my baby. I'm probably hungry." After dinner, we usually watch TV or some new movie on the computer. This time too, we were sitting next to each other on the couch in front of the TV, watching some kind of action movie. Now, I don't remember what it was called or what the plot was. I only remember that the main character was some kind of deeply secretive agent or something like that, and he hid it from his beloved girlfriend. I remember this because after the movie my daughter said, if he hadn't hidden it from her and told her everything from the very beginning, they would have managed to avoid many difficulties. Well, maybe he didn't trust her enough, I thought, but he loved her. If he loved, then he trusted. After all, trust is the foundation of love. I thought about her words for a while. I live alone now, and if I had a girlfriend I loved, would I tell her everything? No, I don't think so. I'm not a special agent, of course, but I had my own secret, one that I've never told anyone about. This secret concerned my bed preferences. I've had it from an early age. We lived alone with my mother. She divorced my father when I was little. I really wanted a mother as a woman, but I never said anything to her. My mother is very strict, so she obviously would not approve of my wishes. After school, I went to college and ran away from my mother, settling in a dormitory just like Barbara is now. There, at the institute, he met his future wife. Then I got married. My wife and I went to another city, then a daughter was born. The desire specifically for his mother somehow subsided. I've never told anyone about this. There was no such desire for my daughter when she was little. Then, when my daughter was already a teenager, my relationship with my wife was already very strained. We hardly talked, and I myself approached my daughter several times, told her if she has any problems. Any problems, then let her tell me. I won't swear and I'll help. She promised to tell me. Maybe there were no problems, or she was still embarrassed, but I never heard her tell me about the secret. I was worried about her, afraid that she might get infected with something. Once, I even overcame my embarrassment and told her that if she had problems buying protective equipment, I could help. I will not swear and I will buy what I need without any questions. To my surprise, my daughter just smiled and said that she would take it into account and that I never swear at her anyway. Closer to Barbara's admission to the institute, I had a desire for my daughter. By that time, she no longer looked like a little girl, but I didn't tell her anything. I was very afraid of spoiling the relationship. I didn't plan on telling her anything in the future either, but the statement she made now made me object. Even loving people, even relatives, can have secrets from each other. Barbara continued to defend her point of view. Maybe they do, but this is wrong anyway. Any secret will be revealed sooner or later. Therefore, it is better to tell everything at once. Besides, it's so great when loving people don't have any secrets from each other. I still had no intention of opening up to her, but I continued to object. When you have a husband, you probably won't tell him everything either. No, I think I'll tell you everything. I'm not going to get married without love, and if there is love, then there will be no secrets. It looks like everyone will stay with their opinion, I thought. What else can I say? I don't think I can come up with any arguments that will convince her. Meanwhile, the daughter continued. I still have a man whom I love very much, and from whom I do not hide anything. It's you, Dad. I don't have any secrets from you. This puzzled me, but you haven't told me much, for example, about my boys. Probably about something else. Yes, it's just because you didn't ask. I thought you weren't interested in knowing about it. If you had asked, I would have told you. Do you have any secrets from me? I didn't want to deceive her, but at the same time, I didn't want to admit it either. Well, in general, there is. And what is it? If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret. Probably all women are so curious. If you try to hide something from them, they will try their best to get it out of you. Come on, Dad, tell me. I'm not hiding anything from you after all. You're not telling me everything either. Let's say I tell you everything you want to know. and you tell me. Come on, I thought about it. A lot of different thoughts appeared. I really wanted to know the different moments of my daughter's life in all the details. Of course, I would ask her most of the questions to find out if there is anything dangerous in her life, but it was also just interesting who and how she was making love to and is making love to. On the other hand, I still didn't want to tell her about my desires. However, there were doubts here too. What if I tell you anyway, and what if he even agrees? Although this option seemed incredible to me. Besides all this, I was sure that if I didn't tell her, Barbara would try long and hard to get the truth out of me. What should I do? If only it were possible to know her reaction in advance. Meanwhile, Barbara continued to insist on her own. Come on, Dad. Don't hesitate. Tell me. What are you afraid of? I kept thinking. Is there any way to determine in advance what she would say if she found out the truth? In an environment where decisions have to be made quickly, it's hard to think. I should have tried to give myself time to think. Daughter, let's talk about it later. But I underestimated her curiosity. My daughter, as in childhood, took my hand and began to shake me, continuing to persuade. Wait. Well, Dad, let's do it now, please. If you don't tell me, then I'll be gone until next weekend for a whole week. I'll spend the whole week wondering what you're hiding from me. I'm going to die of curiosity. Continuing to stall for time, I asked, So are you ready to tell me truthfully about everything? Everything I ask now? My daughter thought, but not for long. Yes, I'm ready to tell you everything with any details you want. Do you want me to start right now? I wish I could listen to her and not tell her myself, but I didn't want to do that. If only I could find out how she would react to my desire. But what if we try to test the ground, as if in jest? I asked her. What if I tell you that I'm some kind of terrible criminal? Barbara laughed. No, Dad, I know you. What kind of criminal are you? I won't believe it for anything. You're kind. You won't hurt a fly unless, of course, she attacks you herself. At me. What if I used to be one and then he suddenly became kinder? Say when you appeared. The daughter thought about it. After a short silence, she said, Tell me, what would you do if you found out that I was a criminal? Would you stop loving me? Would you have turned him into the police? No, of course not, I answered without hesitation. I wouldn't turn you into the police. I would have tried to convince them by all means to stop the crimes, but I would not have surrendered, and he wouldn't stop loving me. She hugged me. You see, I never doubted you. So don't doubt me either. Despite her words, I still had doubts, and I continued the probing. And if I were not a criminal but some kind of pervert, what if then? I would become disgusting to you, and would you stop coming to see me on weekends? My daughter laughed. I smiled myself. Barbara continued. Don't think about the you'll be disgusted part. You said that if people make love to each other by consent and don't bother anyone, then everything else is their own business and no one else's business. I think so too. Whatever you are my dad. And I love you. And I will love you. So don't doubt it, Dad. Tell me everything. Taking a deep breath, I decided. Okay, I have unconventional desires. Barbara stood waiting. There was a ringing silence in the room. My heart was pounding wildly. It seemed to me that I could hear it in the silence. I always think about you, and I think I feel something for you. The pause of half a second before Barbara's reply seemed very long to me. Finally, she said, It's not scary. After thinking for a second and looking into my eyes, she added, And in general, if that's what you want, I don't mind trying with you. Why not? It would be somehow calmer with you or something. After all, you are my beloved dad. Maybe let's have a love night tonight. Come on, Dad. I'm for it. I'll go take a shower then. Okay. I turned on a small lamp near the bed and turned off the chandelier. The lamp illuminated only the bed brightly, and the rest of the room was plunged into semi-darkness. This made the setting more romantic. Barbara came out of the bathroom wrapped in a large terry towel. She was drying her hair with a second towel. When she saw the bed, she exclaimed, Dad, how great the bed is, so beautiful, and even in this light. I'm glad you liked it. Now it's my turn to take a shower. I came out of the shower wrapped in a towel too. It took only 5 minutes, and we made love. Did you like it? Barbara asked. You're still asking? I don't have many things that I've dreamed of. Of course, I hope that I could improve my life in some way, but a dream. I didn't think there would be another dream come true in my life. You managed to make it happen. I love you. I love you very much too. You are the most beloved woman in my life, and you are my most beloved man, Dad. Why didn't you tell me before? Well, at school, the law prohibits up to a certain age. But the laws still need to be followed. Besides, I was very afraid that maybe opening up would ruin our relationship. It's better to leave a dream unfulfilled than to lose you. Before that, I often thought what our relationship would be like if it did happen. Maybe we'll start to be shy and even avoid each other. But no. After that night, our relationship only got better. They became even warmer, kinder. We started to take even more care of each other, and of course, there is more trust now. We trusted each other completely. Barbara began to come to me much more often, not only on weekends but also during the week. One thing only bothered me. I was afraid that my daughter would not look for a boyfriend because of her relationship with me. She loves and trusts me no matter how. She started thinking something like, "No one will be as good as Dad. No one will love me so much. So why would I need someone else?" I would like her to create a normal family after all, so that she could have children and I could have grandchildren. Remembering that it's best not to hide anything from each other, I voiced my concerns to her almost as soon as they appeared. But my daughter dispelled them. "No, of course, I'm not going to give up on starting a family. It's just that I also don't want to start a relationship with the first guy I see, and even more so, I don't want to marry just anyone. I'll be looking for a man I can rely on, someone I could trust completely, just like you. After all, trust is